Hi, it's Pekka from Commute and welcome to my week. At the moment I'm driving toward my workshop. I'm living in the center of the Helsinki and my workshop is about 35 to 45 minutes drive from my home. This is already outside of the city area, little in the countryside, a nice area behind the Helsinki airport. So I'm at the moment that side. There is actually Helsinki airport. So if you want to someday come to visit my workshop, it's pretty simple. Just take airplane to Helsinki airport and then it's just like 10-15 minutes drive to my workshop. I have now my working clothes on. It's actually pretty important that when you come to your workshop, just change your working clothes on and start working. I have Megamax steels. I was dreaming that I would be this Wednesday or Thursday just wearing this Megamax. Next person, that would be mentally very nice for me to get that for, but because of that stupid strike I cannot do that. Then I have over here, I have that new version for the tipping body. It's now painted. I have to shoot this video this week, also video about this, that you guys can see that what I have been doing. And next step, I will start assembling buggies. There was one guy, thanks, saying that I'm mispronouncing these components, that it sounds awful with wrong style. Yeah. But anyway, I will be starting assembling these, and that is what I will be doing next days. Yeah, let's start assembly. I am driving at the moment toward Kubota, so my diesel engine importer. He did visit me in January and invite me to visit in the property to see one new engine. And he did also promise for me that he will give me lunch. So that sounds kind of good deal, that I go over there, I get my stomach full, and then I will also see a new engine. I am at the moment over here in Kubota, Finland. Kubota, Finland importers warehouse. Over here there is huge amount of these Kubota diesels. Some of those will come to my workshop also. And why I'm over here? This is engine. This is, for me, this is interesting because it's the same Kubota V1505, but now it's with turbo, emission box, common rail engine. So I made those to Eastern Europe market. I made those few machines, but the problem with those machines, those were like with turbo, 33 kilowatts like this engine, but those were Europe 2 emission regulation, and this engine is Europe 5. So I could deliver machine with this engine to North America and to all European Union, 33 kilowatts. So I came just over here actually to check the interfaces, because he will send for me, he's all the time hiding behind it. But the 3D drawings, but this kind of interfaces over here, like where is the like electrical sockets, those are pretty difficult actually to understand from the 3D drawings. So that's why it's nice to come over here to warehouse and check the engine, and also like now I can see how much this comes out from here. And also like this, that bumper housing, it's actually because this emission box over here, it has to has also some official name, but emission box over here. So because it's supporting this, so there is no bumper housing and that kind of stuff. But anyway, this I'm at the moment in the way back to my workshop. The engine was super nice. I'm looking forward to mount that to something. I did also visit at the same round 3 different stores. I live in over here in the capital area, and like several shops importers are in the same area. So when I go over there, I just pick up the stuff and like go. I save money in that because it's, I don't know why in Finland, but it's normal that if I take some package, which is not like postal package, pickup package, it's about 80 euros easily. Then it's like, I'm thinking like, yeah, it takes half an hour max for me and I save 80 euros. So I think it's a good deal just to go collect your stuff, even it feels stupid. The main volume of my items come to my workshop. So steel and hydraulics and wheels and huge amount of stuff just come over there. Other popular location for me is that I order from the web shop items. Then those arrive to grocery store near my workshop. And then when I go to take my like lunch from that shop or some snacks, then I also collect those packages. So that is how I usually do. I try to avoid just driving around and collecting stuff, but sometimes if I calculate that I save more money per hour than I can make in my workshop money per hour, then it's smart just to go over there and collect. Let's hope that I don't have to drive around too much during this week, that I can just go to my workshop, and let's also hope that they will deliver me Megamax components that I can also weld those, because I know that I have to update some steels. So it would be nice to get those steels to see what is the problem and then order the updated steels again. But soon I will be assembling. It's Tuesday morning. I had yesterday pretty good evening. We did walk to purchase. I did break my old I have Osmo action camera. I don't have GoPro nowadays, but anyway, I use this GoPro attachment. This is magnetic, this kind of. This is super nice when you shoot machine videos which are made from the steel, because I can just clamp this to everything. I did break the old one, so I decided I will get the new one. Today my plan is to work about 12 hours. That is pretty typical for me, that some days I have shorter, then I have these longer days that I'm sleeping over here. I don't have to spend all of my hours driving to home and back. So I will be over here, and let's hope that today this machine will have crane over. That is mentally nice moment, because when I have a crane and other stuff, then I just mount the stuff and things are like moving forward. So the only thing over here now helps is the continue assembly. It's about lunchtime, so I did get lock bullet to that phase, more or less what was planning. And there was also, not everybody are on the strike, it's only some bigger companies. So I did get for the Megamax components. This is Megamax cabin. I use this kind of laser cut tubes. There is holes and everything like that, and the idea is that this is more like Lego puzzle. Sorry again for the pronunciation, but it fits there. I don't have to measure stuff, so there is this kind of like hole. It's in the correct location. Laser is pretty accurate in that, and then all the holes and everything, so it's more like puzzle which I just have to fit together. Let's hope that I have all the correct components anyway, but it's at the moment I'm pretty happy. Like, other components are these steels over here, but anyway, I'm still missing some components that I cannot weld this yet, because I know by experience it's so much easier that I have all the components before I weld it together. So tack welding and then like final welding with all the components. But next I will go to have something to eat. Today my food looks like this. It's pasta and minced meat and tomato and olives and that kind of stuff. So it is what our family is eating on normal weekdays, something like this. In Finland we have system that everybody are more or less eating warm food at this time, because Finland was pretty poor country after World War II, and so there was actually famine, so not enough to eat for the kids. So it was actually a pretty good trick for the government that okay, we have free elementary school and there is free food. So it was good motivation to bring your kids over there. They get the stomach full, and that's why my body is now built that I have to eat at this time warm food. So I also drink coffee. It's Finns two things are a big thing for us. We drink, I think, most coffee per capita in the world, and we also eat insane amount of the ice cream. Those are the two things we love to do. So I'm drinking over here from the Moomin, that is from Finland, this kind of kids charter. So I drink from the Moomin coffee cup, coffee, then I have bullet mug for the water. And I eat over here. Usually I go to internet and like look for the bulletin boards, something like that, and then I eat and return back to work. So it was nicer when I had workers over here. It was the best moment of the day when you meet up with the people and you eat together and discuss about not work related stuff. So I'm actually, that would be one motivation for me to get somebody to work over here, just not to be alone all the time over here. But I have you guys, that might be actually one reason why I'm making videos. I make more videos in Finland because it's like, then I have some people to communicate with. And it happened what I was little fearing. I'm missing one type of the bearings. So I cannot actually today join the machine together and have the crane over the machine. But I will get the bearings tomorrow. I have a little problem because I cannot use any low quality components. So I could have those like not so good quality bearings, but I want to use little better ones because that is in the critical area of the machine. So those are not even so easy to swap. So those are also like way more with higher price, but I will get those tomorrow. So this evening I will mount the machine front section more, and then tomorrow I will get those components. That is my plan at the moment. It's 20 to 7 at evening. This is pretty normal for me. I like to work. I have been continuing with this lock bullet. So I'm missing over there bearings, but I will get those tomorrow. The location where the shop is about less than 10 kilometers from here, so about 6 miles. And the good thing is that it's next to one of my subcontractors, and I was lucky because I did get these tubes today, and I have to go over there and roll those to bend, like rolling bending. I hope you will see those tomorrow. So the good thing is that I anyway have to go there, so I would be happier to have this machine now like as one unit, but it's not so awful. I decided I will not waste my time driving around and just to make something. I was thinking that what is like the most efficient as a total. I love to work these evenings over here. Of course this is work for me. I have assembled more than 80 lock bullets, so it's not like anything new for me in that way. But it's nice to be over here at the evening. I listen from the radio. There is like little older Finnish music. So we have this kind of, I think, more countryside. It's not country, but it's more for the countryside, for the older people music. I love to listen to that and assemble over here or weld or do something like that. So it's like This is not hobby for me, but it's not so far away, to be honest. Sometimes it feels, because it's like I'm smiling over here and working. Yeah, let's continue. I will work today until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Tomorrow I will do something with my wife at the evening anyway. Now it's Wednesday morning. I'm driving toward Kerava. It's about 10 kilometers from my workshop, so I have those tubes in my car. This is not normal work how I usually do stuff. This is now because I'm building proto machine. So when making first proto machine, I can make also this kind of stuff that I just take 2 tubes and like get those round. Then when it's real production, I'm going to do this at least more tubes at the same time, not just 2 tubes, because it takes so many hours per machine. But the good thing is that I will collect those bearings at the same time, so it's like 50-50 the time. At the moment weather is super nice. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius, so it's cold. This winter in Finland has not been so super cold even, so it's beautiful, but everything is freezing now. I also have my mittens with me, otherwise I would be freezing to death. I'm successfully driving back to my workshop. I have now the bearings, and then I did also get those tubes for the Megamax road. I get from the same supplier, I get bended tubes also for the current log bullet, and then I have also rubber ceilings. They have a water jet cutting machine which also cuts rubber. So I use the same supplier for those stuff. That's why it was also all that I contacted them and like asked, hey, can you roll these tubes for me? I have 2 tubes, and it was actually the owner, or I don't know, or at least entrepreneur who did make the task. He didn't use any of his workers, because this kind of small stupid stuff is hard to describe to people. He did come over there personally and use the machine. He had also the settings for the correct tubes already done yesterday, so everything was ready for me. I just came over there, and then he was rolling those to desired radius. So it was nice, and the only thing I was over there is that because it looks better, having straight tubes at the back of the cabin would look kind of unprofessional and stupid. So that's why I did want to have those rolled round shapes over there, the correct spot. No actual, it's not stronger, it's not nothing, it just looks better. But it's important also that machine looks good. At least I feel that it looks good, because everybody has their opinion about what is good looking. But for me, it's at least if I think it looks good, then it's like, then I think that also some other people might think so. Yep. Now I go back to my workshop. This was efficient morning. It didn't take too long because those were like close by, and then I will continue log bullet assembly. It's good to have targets, because when you have some target what you want to do, usually you will get it done. Without targets it's super hard to get anything. So my target was to get before lunch machine to be one part, and also lift the crane over. So now comes the slow time. So there's insane amount of the different tasks I have to do to get it done, and like now I can work 8 hours, and it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I did also clean my mess away. It's so much more efficient to work when you don't have like all the scrap in the floor. But anyway, over here is the back side of the cabin, and this is the tube, so it follows over here the rear part. There is, in the first round with the prototype machine, that is a lot of effort, but in the future, if I roll those 20 units, then it's like peanuts. Yeah, now I will have my lunch. If you come to Finland, try this. It's in Finnish, it's maksalaatikko, it's river casserole, and I think this is like slaughter waste that you shouldn't give even to animals. But I don't know why it tastes kind of okay. So if you come over here, just test this. This is, you might not enjoy that, but you might also, it's that kind of stuff that some people love it and some people don't like. But anyway, I will heat this up and have my lunch. Of course with coffee, like we Finns love to do. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm ordering couplings, hydraulic couplings. So how I do it, I'm in the web shop for my supplier. They have like my customer number and everything, so I get the correct price from the web shop. And then in action, what I do, I go over here to my couplings cabin. I check from here like quarter inch. I use PSP couplings. Quarter inch. Oh, I should have more. Then I just order, and then I just go through my shelf, and at the end I have the order. I press deliver, and tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will have couplings over here. That is pretty simple way. I save a lot of time, and also the cost is correct. I all the time have to think like efficiency, not to waste too much time, and the cost. That is the only way how to make machines with reasonable price. Yeah, I will continue over here. I'll just place the number, order, and I will get the components. It's 4 p.m. Wednesday, and my logbook looks like this at the moment. It will not, after tomorrow most likely, it might even look similar. Of course, my target is to make tomorrow also longer day, so I make double this week. Yeah, and I did also get Megamax components which were missing, so the strike is over. Good thing. People are back in work, and I did get this kind of one pallet of smaller steels. The negative thing over here was that I ordered steels that I have Excel file, and I sent that. And I had in my base like product information, I had mistake. I had for this component which will hold diesel engine, I had 2 millimeters thickness. It should be way thicker. So, but I did order then. I did just like for the same drawing, same everything, just make it from the thicker steel. My target is now to finalize this machine. Then I will next week weld Megamax as far as I can. So I will, most likely there is also other items that I have to update. That is totally okay. I'm not too worried about that. And then I'm already missing like cabin door and that kind of stuff. And panels, and I did leave those on purpose for the later, because I know that I have to anyway update several stuff. It's my idea is in the product development, my idea is to make mistakes fast. So I order stuff, I notice, update fast rounds. That is the most efficient way to get the good final product. So make mistakes fast. So that is, and yeah. But now I will start at my car, drive to my home, and today I will go to gym with my wife, and most likely because kids are at the moment in countryside, usually we don't have this kind of opportunity, so we go today to restaurant, nothing fancy, something simple, reasonable price stuff. Just go out together and eat and then early sleeping. Because tomorrow is anyway long day. I did just receive, it's 10:30 at morning, and I did just receive my couplings. So that is how I love to purchase stuff. I go to a website, I can see how much there is in stock items. It's easy, I just order those, and next day I have box in my workshop. Or it could also be over there in the grocery store where I always get my snack. But anyway, that is how I love to do it. This is also this steel which came in the wrong. Okay, it was my mistake, only my mistake. Nothing to do with my supplier. I did order that yesterday, and I will get those next week. So even I make mistakes, but I have good supplier base, good professional operators. So, and I also try to be a good customer. So I try to make simple orders, standard stuff. I pay always in time, and I try to be a good customer. So then it's also when I make mistakes, usually I also I can recover from those problems. So that is pretty important. But it's 8 o'clock at the evening, and look, bullet looks already nicer. It's this day after like frames are together and I have done electrical works and that kind of stuff. It feels that it just takes hours and hours and hours and nothing happened. I just look the watch and like, hey, yeah, it's now at 8 o'clock. Like I look over there, it's like where I did lose 3 hours. So it's not. It's like just the good thing over there is that then time goes fast when you have fun. I don't usually work these long days. Usually I have this once per week. I do this kind of evening because I have to take my kids to kindergarten, that kind of stuff. So it might, otherwise I will lose too many hours per week. So I have this one day to get those hours back. And I actually love to be over here and make these days because I get some kind of flow mindset in my head. I listen to the music and I assemble or wear it, and it feels good. It's mentally it feels good. I wouldn't do these days if I wouldn't feel good. But I'm over here and like mounting rock bullet or welding, and like time goes and listen to the music, and I don't have to think anything outside of this workshop. I just work. So it's somehow it's liberating. It feels pretty good. I don't do these videos. Actually, one reason I'm doing these videos is also that these are like memory book for my life. Most likely after 10 years I will look this video and first how I did look in this year, in this age, what kind of rock bullets I was doing, what I was thinking, how was my life. Because after 10 years my life will be different. My kids will be older, I will be also older. So this is like my life's memory book in some degree. So that is one reason I'm doing these videos. And I also hope that you also like to see how it's in Finland, mechanical engineers who is making first machines life. I hope you like it. It's not most likely most popular stuff in the YouTube, but everybody don't have to make Minecraft videos. Or that kind of stuff. There can be, I like to also watch different types. Yep. I will continue some time and then I will have some sleep. It's Friday morning. Weather turned. My My original plan for this morning was to go to pick up hot galvanized components for my supplier. I have my own truck. It's a light truck. It's 7.5 tons in metric tons, so it's 15 tons in US measurements, more or less, if I understand correct. And so my plan was to pick up hot galvanized components this morning, but I did notice that there is so much snow, it's slippery, and I don't have any traction practically. I don't have differential lock in my truck, so practically just one wheel pair will start free spin and I would just slide around. Even that would be fun. That is funny, but I prefer to do it safe anyway. So I will pick up those Monday. I don't need those components for this machine. That I can also mount those on Monday to this machine, so no reason for that. I will continue over here. Simply at the moment I'm using this kind of tools. I'm making electrical connections over here. And then I just have to mount hydraulic hoses and outrigger legs and that kind of stuff, just like component by component, connector by connector. After I have all of those in place, machine is ready. So that is, I just have to go to detail, 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 and at the end it's done. So that is what I'm doing over here. I might come and then I work 8 hours and go back home and I did get something done. It's simple. It's Friday before 2 o'clock and I did just start her up. I feel at the moment pretty good. And Monday I wasn't 100% sure that I can start her up. I was streaming, but I was thinking that I will miss more components, and then when I was missing those bearings, I was thinking even more that no can do, but 2 long days helps a lot. And I did find really nice working rhythm. So because it's less important to start her up on Friday. More important is to make good quality. But I have also noticed that when I make machine like this, that in the start and finalize it, it's better quality. Because I don't forget, of course, better quality I mean that like hydraulic leaks and that kind of stuff in the workshop. So what I did actually do, why I did want to start her up on Friday, the reason is that now I have started up driving her, and then when I come Monday after weekend, I come up to my workshop, and if everything is still dry, I know that everything is good. But so far, everything seems to be actually good. So now I will go to have some coffee, then I will later most likely drive her around, and then I will concentrate more to this tipping body. I am selling practically all machines online. So people like you find the machine from YouTube or from the web or Instagram or some location, and then to give more information to make it easier to purchase the machine, I make videos. So lately one of my customers, actually from Germany, did contact me that hey, I would need this kind of bigger box to my job and I cannot get that locally. Could you manufacture one for me? And then yeah, usually I don't do that kind of stuff like one stuff, but now it was like yeah, I think like several customers would need this kind of bigger box. It's 1.5 cubic meters around for the light material. For example, 1 cubic meter of firewood loose weighs 280 kilos, so it's 420 kilos. that kind of box full of firewood. So it's not so much. So that would be perfect, or energy wood chips or something like that you could transport with rock bullet. So what I will do next, I will go outside and have a little more clothes and go over there outside and shoot commercial. Or it's not commercial, it's more or less I'm just showing the product. But it's pretty nice actually. I'm proud of that. Yeah, let's more clothes and outside. That was one tough week. In anyway normal week in some degree. My weeks are different. Next week I will have more Megamax welding, then I will be finalizing this, and I will also have one design day next week. So it's my weeks are different. This week I did want to have this. I did want to start up this machine. In Monday I was feeling that I'm not going to make it, but I had good week. It was, for some reason I had a good flow, so I was able to make that. I have assembled more than 80 rock bullets, so that's why it's and it's simple machine. By the way, if you want to have for you rock bullet, so please you can call me. I speak English, or you can write me email. So I'm super happy to tell you about timetables and that kind of stuff if you want. And yeah, you can find prices from the Rock Bullets website. And delivery time, it jumps up and down, it's hard to tell. At the moment it's 4 months, I suppose. So at the moment it's not bad. It might jump higher, but anyway, hey, yeah, I will be super happy to manufacture one rock bullet for you. And yeah, next I'm actually pretty tired at the moment. I think it was like I have been like assembling this with good flow, and after startup I did feel like going down. Yeah, I was like it was like in finish line for me in some degree. Yeah, next I will jump to my car and drive to my hometown. Or I have been living in Helsinki now for super long time, but I did raise up in that town, and my kids are at the moment over there because they had winter holiday. Next week that's why different, because no more winter holiday for the kids. Yeah. I hope you did like the video. This was pretty long one. If you did like the video, please give thumb up so YouTube knows that it was good video. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Rockboy's YouTube channel, please press subscribe. So we see in next video. Thanks a lot and bye.